Hello, Stephanie Zima here, my way of life coaching. And today I'm going to come to you with something that is super important to me. We need to become authentic. As a marketer, we need to become authentic. And here is why. It doesn't matter if you are in a network marketing company and you just started, or if you are building a real estate business, or if you're building an insurance business, or if you have a crafting business, or whatever business you are in. You know that marketing is basically the way how people are going to know, like, and trust you. And that matters because when they trust you, when they know you, when they understand who you are, what you have to offer to them, and how you are going to do that, they are going to make a decision already whether or not they align with you and they like what you have, or they are not. And the reason why that is mattering to you so much is actually because, see, you are reducing friction by pre-sorting people you're coming in contact with. Okay, just bear with me here for a second. If you're new to me, by the way, this is Stephanie Zima. I help online entrepreneurs to get unstuck, especially those that are dealing with nervous system responses such as overthinking, maybe procrastination, doubting, not really sure what to do, brain fog, all these things that keep you from actually taking action in your business. It's not your fault. It's just your nervous system trying to protect you from what it perceives as a threat. Okay, so say hello, by the way, in the comments. All right, there. If you have marketing, right? We talked about marketing and the nervous system responses. And you have to bear with me here. This is going to be just a tick. I want to make sure I really drive this point home and explain it in a way that you can understand it, because this was such a big, huge, mind-opening piece for me. Once I understood that in my business in these recent years, once I understood that, everything changed for me. And I wanted to change for you too, because these times gas prices are high, people don't have any money to pay, everybody is in pain, paycheck to paycheck. We all are like, I mean, let's not even talk about putting presents on the table, or going on vacations, or having retirement savings. I mean, people are struggling hard these days, and they are like, they have to say no to everyday things, and that's what's really hard. And I don't want that for you. Okay, we have a side hustle, we have a business that is able to set us apart, that is able to give us options and relief from that pain, of that financial pain. So let's get there, let's use it. And this is what I want for you. Okay, all right, so back to the message. So when we have our marketing needs to do three things. Basically, it needs to make people know us. They need to become aware of us, what we stand for, what we do, what we sell, who we are, how we sell, how we talk, all that stuff, right? They need to know us. They need to then decide, do they like us? Because when they start tuning into your content, that's when they start really like getting a little bit of a buy-in. They start liking you. They say like how you explain things. They like how you talk. They like maybe what you say. Maybe you're funny. Maybe, whatever it is about you, they are connecting with. That is so important, because then they know, like, they like you. And when that liking turns into trust, that's when you start creating a sale. Because when we need to make the decision whether or not we're buying this or that, when you look at your consumer behavior, you probably make decisions either whether or not you really, really need that. So the language of marketing could be completely aligned with what your pain point is. Let's say you need bread ingredients and that marketing message gives you exact ingredients and locations of where you can buy the one thing that you are looking for. Boom, you don't need no like and trust. You just go and do that. So your option here right now is to create sales. Your option here is either to be so specific with your messaging and the targeting of the person that they will click and they will marry up, and boom, here you go. That need is filled, and that is something that they are going to buy. That works usually when you sell things like this. Look at this Ovala wonderful water bottle. Here's the link, right? Affiliate linking or something like, here's the link, buy it from here, and then you get paid by people hopping onto your link. But if you're in network marketing, that's a relationship business. If you are in real estate, that's a relationship business. When you are in insurances, that's a relationship business. When you're a car salesperson, that's a relationship business. When you are even in logistics, this is a relationship business because you need a trust factor, right? Customers don't just necessarily click and buy something. They would buy a pen. They would buy a magnet thingy. They would buy your water bottle. Those are links systems. And when you have a good marketing message and you have that link up there, boom, people are going to buy it. They are not going to worry about the know, like, and trust factor. So first step here is you need to decide, what kind of business are you? Are you a relationship business or are you not? Now, when you are in a relationship business, the situation here is that, let me get my notes up so I can make sure I stay on target. What needs to happen is you need to be in emotional resonance with your client, potential client, with your prospect, with the person that you want to buy them to buy things from you. Okay. See, that's where you have your personal brand. You have the way how you show up, the way how you talk, the way how you interact with people. The very first step that the other person has when they see your content, they will decide, do I like this person or do I not like this person? And you want that. You want them to decide, do I like it or do I not? Do not be afraid of the rejection. When somebody says no, thank you, and they don't want to talk to you, say thank you. If they unfollow you, say thank you. They sorted themselves straight out of your life and they don't waste your time and your energy. Okay. It's important. That's why I show up so much on video, because I want you to see me. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear my voice, my accent, my tonality. I want you to hear what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, because I want you to decide if I make sense to you. If I don't make sense to you, then that might not. I mean, obviously, if we are in a conversation, you would ask me the question, I would clarify, la la la, it would make sense to you, right? But in general, if I have a tone that you feel like it's nails on the chalkboard, I will never overcome that. You will never overcome that, right? You will always look at me and say, oh, she sounds like nails on a chalkboard, right? I have that with people. Like sometimes the tone of their voice is just not aligned with me, and it makes the hair in the neck stand up. And that is okay this way, right? That's why it's important to let people decide if they want to trust you, if they like you. Let them decide it, because when they don't and they sort themselves out, you have no rejection. That's the key. If you just pursue and chase everybody else, not only is that exhausting, but it will also kind of like increase your rejection meter. Okay. If you, however, build a brand and you are talking about something that is near and dear to your heart, meaning, why are you building this business? Why are you selling this? I build Walk It Free mentorship because I am sick and tired of seeing good people lose. Okay. I refuse to think that 80% of people are not going to win. That's crazy to me. I don't think that 80% of people are lazy. I think 80% of people are in extreme pain. I think 80% of people are in extreme disfocus, but it's not for the lack of wanting. They want it. Okay. So I figured, like, how can I help them get it? How can I, because I don't want to add to, like, I had no, people didn't believe in me. my entire life, people didn't see me, first of all. Secondly, they didn't believe in me. And thirdly, they misjudged me. And it hurt me so much over all these years. And I don't want to be that person that adds to somebody else's pain. I want to be that person that says, you know what? I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. I see you and I want you to come to the table. Now, can I help everybody? No, I cannot. I cannot help everybody because some people don't want to show up. And if they don't show up, then I mean, I can only do so much, right? If they don't want to show up, then I can't help you. But if you are showing up, I will be perseverant enough to help you with whatever angle you are struggling with, whether or not it's emotional, whether or not it's physical, whether or not it's emotional, I mean, business related. It doesn't matter what angle we are going to attract and attach and talk about, but we will make it happen, whether or not it's your personal life, your business life, your relationships. I mean, it's all something I can do and deliver. Now, back to this. So building your brand, right? Your overarching brand is important because you set yourself apart from everybody who's selling this water bottle. Because the people that are assigned to you, they will only come to you because they know and like you. But if you're not showing up on social media, meaning you're not posting anything, people don't get to know you. If you're not showing up on social media, people can't decide if they are going to like you or not. Okay. And therefore, you are not going to have a business. Now, when you have a mission, because here's the problem, people don't show up because all that stuff does not happen, because we are not getting any resonance. We are posting something and nothing happened, right? That is where it can get very demotivating. That is where people can say, like, I just can't do this anymore. The burnout is here. I post and I put time in it and my family hates it and yada yada yada. You know, those are things that you're probably struggling with, that you're putting in time and time and time, and you don't see anything coming back. Well, here's the situation. That is entrepreneurship. You have to put in time first because you are going to get back later, right? More than what you put in at the moment, but you basically front load all the work. Okay. So you front load that work. Now, how do you do that? You have to have a mission. How do you keep your motivation? You have to have a mission. See, my mission is to create all these little walk it free support circles everywhere in life. And when you look at my logo, for example, it's a circle, right? That is the support circle. And then you have a bigger person and a smaller person in the logo. And that to me symbolizes the mother with the child, or the leader with the team, or whatever you want to think about. But in my case, it was me, I'm the mother, and then my three children. And, you know, I had to be the leader of my pack. I had to walk it free. I had to get myself to a point that I loved myself, that I was accepting of myself, that I was able physically and mentally to actually do the things that are required. Full-time job, doing home, you know, having a clean home, having laundry ready, providing for my kiddos, right? And how could I do this without having burnout? I could do that by actually creating something that I give back to you guys. So instead of just sitting here and saying, me, I need to do this, I wanted to create a mission that invites everyone else, because I was thinking, like, how awesome would that be if I can empower myself to do this path? I can inspire other people to do this path. You know who's going to win? Because that was one thing that God put into my mind. The children, help the children, right? Help the children. And I always thought, like, how am I going to help the children? Like, do I need to become a daycare provider? Like, this has been going on for years. This mission has been going on for years, and building and brewing for years. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know that this is something that you develop over time for yourself. Okay, you develop this over time. And so I was thinking, how can I help the children? How can I help the children? And then finally it dawned on me that if I can help the mother be strong, if I can help the father be strong, if I can help the relationship to be strong, I can then help the children. Because if you have healed parents, parents that have options, that have money, enough money, they are feeling good, they are doing good, and they have enough income resources, then they are going to be able to be a good, stable person for the children. And that is what they need, right? They need leaders. They need leaders in their lives. And that is exactly what it is. So having said that, that is my mission. And when you develop your mission, that is where you become intrinsic motivated. That means that it's coming from internal. So that means I no longer care how many people are watching my videos. I no longer care how many people like my posts. I no longer care how many people I have in my funnel. Well, I do care how many people I have in my funnel, but you know what I mean. I care about getting up every morning and remembering what my mission is, remembering what I'm here to do, remembering that I have a job to do. And I don't care about the followers. I don't care about any of that. I care about making meaningful connections that will then fulfill this mission that I have for my business and for the things. And I no longer worry about how much money I'm going to get in, right? Because it will, when you do the work, the money will follow. If you do the work, the money will follow. But most people don't do the work. And why are you not doing the work? You're not doing the work because your nervous system is under attack, because you haven't built this brand. You haven't built your mission. You haven't built a vision of where you even want to take this. Most of you have started and say, hey, I think this can work. I'm going to sell this water bottle. And then you go ahead and you sell to your warm market and you sell to X, Y, and Z people, and they're going to do the pity purchases, and you're going to feel great for a moment, and your upline is going to pump you up and say you did great. And then you get stuck there because now you're in a cold market without the know, without the like, without a trust factor, and you're not converting any sales, and you're surprised why. And so now your doubt is coming in, your overwhelm is coming in, you are afraid that all the people that said you were in a pyramid scheme and you did this wrong and you are not a salesperson, all that stuff is going to hit you like a ton of bricks right now. And that is why you are then under attack with your nervous system, and your nervous system is just going to put the brakes on and hold you captive. That means you're not taking the action, and therefore this whole thing is basically a self-fulfilling prophecy of it's not going to work mindset. Okay, and you right now have the choice. Do you want to change that? Do you want to start being aligned with your message? Do you want to be aligned with who you are and what is going on for you? Or do you want to just try to do more posts, aggressive, 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 aggressive? If you have a product only to sell, like on a TikTok shop or something, great, that'll work. If you are an Amazon influencer and you have links to all the stuff, great, that'll work. But if you're in network marketing, in real estate, or in insurances, you don't. You have to make yourself stand out from the masses. You have to be out there really focused on who is your ideal client, who is your person that you need to attract. And then you got to create content that lets them see who you are. So many of you are not even posting anything about yourselves. You post me 55,000 things about your products. Like, you can even tell you how many times I've seen the GLP-1 benefit, here, and you all look the same. You all look the same. And it makes me want to shut my phone off and put it away, because it's just too much of the same. So if you want to be different and really attract people, you gotta be you, because you are interesting. You are different. You are the one. But you're not doing that out of two reasons. One, shame. I can't let people see me struggle. I can let people see that I might not have everything together. I may not be good enough. All these things are coming up. So it's all under the umbrella of shame. And two, you don't want to do that because you're not really sure that if you do that, who will see that and who will judge you later. Okay. But again, this is something that is an insecurity that will be dealt with in our Heal unit in the Walk It Free Mentorship Program. If you decide to hop on there, by the way, now would be a fantastic time to join this, because we are starting over the Heal unit next month. So the first quarter of 2026 is already done. So next month, we're going to go back to the Heal unit with a different angle this time. Okay, but the same situation. So as you grow, you go, you are going to be able to take something away with it, and you're going to grow yourself. That is what this mentorship is all about. You're going to, you're going to help yourself develop this, because when you hear me talk, and I mean, you see me talking every single day live, right? And I talk every single day for about what, 20-30 minutes. Can you imagine just how much knowledge there is? Can you imagine just how much stuff there is that you need to learn by yourself? That's exhausting. That's why you're not doing it. Okay. But if you would have somebody, think about it, if you would have somebody that will actually help you, if you would have somebody that will help you to keep the cornerstone and say, okay, wait, here you are. This is where you need to go. That's your next step. Okay, go do that. And then that's the next step. Go do that. And then that's the next step. If you would have somebody that can hold you accountable, lovingly accountable, sees your vision better than you do, and actually believes in you more than you yourself do, wouldn't you think that would be worth it? I think so. So check the link here below. Enrollment period is open. Check the Walk It Free, or go on to www.walkitfree.com, or just DM me and say, hey, what about this mentorship? I will set you up if you want to have a live call to just check with me one-on-one, and maybe answer some questions, or have me answer you some questions, whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me, but it will matter a lot to you. Okay. All right. I hope this was valuable to me, to you, to me too. It was valuable to me, but I hope it was valuable to you. Let me know your takeaways in the comments. If you watch this on a replay, let me know also. And yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with you. All right. Take care. Bye.